bid that Mr. Meyer submitted, and total that out, it comes to $18.95 per time. If you took an average of 12 times, where some people mow more times, some less, it's 22,740 for the total season. So that just shows our actual compared to that is the very close number, and then where you see it's broke down to compare to his bid number. That is also a very close number. I do have another just an explanation why I feel it benefits the city to have the mowing stay with the Public Works Department. You've all seen the bid and have seen the numbers that the Public Works has put together. Let me remind you that the Public Works numbers are not a bid number, but the actual number of the costs, what it costs us to do the mowing, all of the mowing. A total 136 acres. A number we can say is going to stay the same. If you take the bid number from Mr. Meyer for $18.95 per time of mowing, we say that of the 20 weeks of the growing season, he mows 12 times. Some he may mow more, some he may mow less. That figure comes to $22,740. That's $22,740 that comes out of the general fund tax levy money. $22,740 that is not in the 2014 budget. Where will we get that money if it's not put in the budget, you ask? That's right, we don't have Kurt anymore, so we have all of the money left in that budget. If you look at the wages of a full-time Public Works person at the lowest grade and step, the portion of the wages that comes out of the general fund tax levy money is $21,112, including benefits. The other portion is covered by user fees paid to the enterprise fund. If you add the $5,000 that is put in the budget each year for the mowing equipment, this number includes the snow attachments for the John Deere, you come up with $26,112. That amount, you get a full-time person and the equipment. That's 2,080 hours of work for the year, the whole year. For the Public Works to do all the mowing last year, it took a total of 460 hours. We are gaining 1,620 hours of work that can be done. In this case, we are gaining a person that the city has invested 18 months training and experience. A person that while the rest of the Public Works Department is working on all the jobs listed in these 5 pages, we have a person that we feel can work safely and effectively by themselves, only costing 1 hourly wage. This person we feel can work on the jobs listed on this full sheet of paper. However, if we have a part-time seasonal person to work with, at least for the first summer, we will have a list of jobs that will fit on a matchbook cover. Jobs that they can perform safely and effectively by themselves. If they can't do the job by themselves, it costs you their wage and our wage. Where are the savings? If it takes them twice as long to do the job, where are the savings? If they break a piece of equipment, where are the savings? We're willing to write out another check, not currently in the budget, for $22,740 to get one of the jobs done on these 5 sheets. A job that it took us a total of 460 hours to do the total 136 acres. And after a previous year coming in under budget with a 0% increase in the tax levy in the last 3 years, a year that with a 5th experienced person to do some of the jobs that us other full-time people normally do, we were able to take on more work, the levy project. We also started to catch up on some other jobs on these lists. We were able to make grapple attachment for the payloader, making us more efficient in handling brush while working on the dikes. We purchased an excavator to do levee work, and with the 5th partially experienced Public Works employee on staff that was able to help directly with the project or do portions of some jobs that I would normally do, we were able to draw a little over $7,000 back in the budget. $7,000 from the $471,167 left to work with in the levy budget. We were able to do some of our own digging and repairs at a savings to the taxpayer. With that fifth person gone, these jobs will have to go to the wayside again, especially with the Highway 43 project this summer and training a new part-time seasonal person. This next year, we were hoping to build a snow box for the payloader. This would help Dave Howe to clean the streets in the winter much faster. We were going to make it out of a couple of grader wings and some heavy iron out of the old clarifiers. We were also hoping to purchase a sprayer so that we could do the dike spraying in-house at a savings to the taxpayer. We had intentions of starting a water valve exercise program that would add life to the existing water main valves and also help us to find valves not working properly. Then with our own equipment and manpower make the repairs. We were also looking forward to maybe a winter that it didn't snow every other day, very much so. Then we would have time to clean and organize the wide variety of parts and equipments that we have on hand. There's always a shelf to build or a bracket to make that helps us work more effectively. That way we get the next job done faster so we can get the things done that have to be done and make more advancements in the other areas. With that fifth experienced person gone, we are back to getting just the basics done and making no advancements. I feel that we are saving the pennies and throwing the dollars away. Throwing away some of that $471,000 in the levy fund, we can draw down to pay for some of our equipment and some of our wages. We're willing to throw away the time we spent training a person that could be here for years, not just months. We're willing to throw away the use of different equipment that we have built or purchased because now we won't have the experienced personnel to be able to make full use of it. I feel that we can make better use of the $20,000 plus on a full-time employee than just getting the mowing done.
Thank you, Dave. Terry, you looked at the numbers?
I looked at the numbers, yeah.
And I guess, do we have a 10% savings with this bid compared to what Public Works can do?
What you're referencing is in your collective bargaining agreement, there's a requirement that you show a 10% savings before you can subcontract out the work. The information that I've reviewed does not show that you have a 10% savings.
Any comments? Mr. Sarby?
I would concur on the numbers that have been presented.
What is the council's pleasure?
When you came up with the $24.15 an hour average, how did that happen? Church was not an employee anymore.
Those are all numbers from last year, actual costs of what it
Well,
cost to do things last
If
year.
we're gonna compare apples to apples, it's gotta be 2014 wage price.
In which case you would have about a $10 an hour with no benefits. So that number would be even lower. We talked about this, Dave.
Right.
About
You said what?
Well, you instead of having, they figure the number with $19 an hour employee.